Good evening, everyone. I'll call the City Council to order at 8 p.m. on Monday evening, September 9th, 2024. This meeting is being recorded. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have 11 items on this evening's agenda, and I will ask the clerk to please read agenda item number 1.
Minutes of the City Council meeting, August 19th, 2024.
Councilor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to accept and place on file the minutes.
Motion made and seconded to accept and place on file the minutes. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Minutes are filed, 11-0. Agenda item number 2.
Communication from the mayor regarding a grant acceptance in the amount of $816.74 from Mass DOT Rail and Trail Division awarded to the Senior Center to be used to upgrade the backup camera for the Senior Center minibus.
Councilor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to approve the grant, please.
Motion's made and seconded to approve the grant. Is there any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? The grant is approved, 11-0. Agenda item number 3.
Communication from Assistant City Solicitor Jeremy McManus regarding application for a wireless special permit from Kristen Ledoux on behalf of Dish Wireless to install 3 wireless antennas and related equipment on the rooftop at 157 Union Street in proper legal form, order number 24-100, 9195.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please note that I'm recusing myself from this.
Please let the record reflect that Councilor Roby will not be participating in this particular item. Councilor Landers.
Thank you, Mr. President. I make a motion that we move this to reports in file.
In file. A motion is made and seconded to move this item to the reports of committee section and to file. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It's going to reports of committees and filed 10-0. Agenda item number 4.
Communication from Assistant City Solicitor Jeremy McManus regarding an application for a wireless special permit from Robin Latour on behalf of Dish Wireless to install 3 wireless antennas and related equipment on the rooftop at 450 Boston Post Road East in proper legal form, order number 24-100, 9210.
Councilor Landers.
Again, thank you, Mr. President. I make a motion to move this to reports in file.
Motion's made and seconded to move this item to reports of committee and to file. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It's going to the reports of committee section and filed 11-0. Agenda item number 5.
Communication from Jeff Harold on behalf of Garden Remedies regarding a request to withdraw without prejudice application for a modification of a special permit from Garden Remedies, Inc. to amend condition number 8 relative to the hours of operation for the medical and adult use marijuana retail establishment located at 416 Boston Post Road East, order number 24-100, 9243.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to accept the request to withdraw without prejudice.
Motion's made and seconded to withdraw the special permit request without prejudice. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? It is withdrawn without prejudice, 11-0. Councilor Roby.
Thank you. Move to cancel the public hearing related to this that's scheduled for 9/23.
Motion made and seconded to cancel the public hearing that we had previously scheduled for September 23rd for this item. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? The public hearing from September 23rd is now canceled for Garden Remedies, 11-0. Agenda item number 6. Application
for a special permit from Attorney Brian Falk on behalf of BMB Health and Nutrition, LLC, for new fitness, wellness, and nutrition center with a gym, cafeteria-style food service, locker rooms, and accessory wellness facilities located on the first floor of an existing multi-tenant commercial building at 397 William Street.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to refer this to Urban Affairs, set a public hearing for October 7th, and advertise.
Motion made and seconded to refer this item to the Urban Affairs Committee. We'll set a public hearing for October 7th and will advertise. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. This is going to Urban with a public hearing on October 7th and to advertise, and the vote is 11-0. Agenda item number 7.
Communication from Central Mass Mosquito Control Project regarding personnel will be in the community responding to residents' concerns about mosquitoes on various dates in September 2024.
Councilor Oram.
Thank you, Mr. President. This was noticed back at the beginning of September, but this notice has changed, and we'll see that in our next item, agenda item, but I would ask that this item, which is our normal spraying times, by request, be accepted and placed on file, because that has changed with the next communication. Thank you.
Motion made and seconded to accept and place on file the communication. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Communication is filed 11-0. Agenda item number 8.
Communication from Central Mass Mosquito Control Project regarding update regarding residential spraying to cease after Labor Day.
Councilor Oram.
Thank you, Mr. President. This communication, also from Central Mass Mosquito, notes that if anyone had requested spraying prior to Labor Day, that they are planning to honor that into the second week of September. But also, if I may add, that it's very close by, Tripoli. We received notification, it was on the city website, that there was a mosquito pool with Tripoli in Sudbury, and there's several in the area. So I would just like to note that one of our most important people through this that I've dealt with is Dr. Catherine Brown. She's our state epidemiologist at the Department of Public Health. And it's just a quick paragraph, if I may read it. It just says, mosquito behaviors start to change in September. They will be less active during cooler temperatures. However, during periods of warmer weather, which we're expecting to have, weather such as being forecast for this week, I'm ad-libbing a little bit because it's this week. She wrote next week in the article. Mosquitoes will be out looking for their next meal, and that is the truth. They're going to get more active again. We've been very fortunate to have these colder nights. But again, it's your personal protection, being wise about not going out at night unless you have to, wearing mosquito repellent if you have to, and trying to avoid any high time periods for mosquitoes. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Councilor Oram. On the motion to accept and place on file the communication, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Communication is filed 11-0. Agenda item number 9.
Minutes of boards, commissions, and committees.
Mr. President.
Councilor Doucette.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Motion to accept and place on file the minutes of the boards, commissions, and committees.
Motion made and seconded to accept and place on file all the minutes. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Minutes are filed 11-0. Agenda item number 10.
Claims.
Councilor Brown.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to send the claims to legal department, please.
Motion made and seconded to send the claims to our legal department. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Claims are going to legal, 11-0. Reports of committees. Councilor Landers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public Service Committee meeting on August 26th. We took up two agenda items, two orders. The first order was 24-100-9210. It was a special permit application, Dish Wireless, to install 3 wireless antennas and related equipment on the rooftop at 450 Boston Post Road East. The draft decision was reviewed and corrected and discussed. On the motion made by Councilor and second by Councilor Irish, the committee recommended approval of the special permit and the draft decision. Mr. President, I'd like to have a suspension of rules and that we vote on this tonight.
Okay. You
Okay,
wanna
make
do
a
that?
motion to suspend. Okay.
Motion's been made and seconded to suspend the rules for this particular item. All those in favor of the suspension? Opposed? Suspension carries 11-0. Motion to move.
Motion to approve.
Sorry, Mr. President, I wasn't paying close
This
it.
is 450 Boston Post
Thank
Road.
you.
Yeah, no, I've got you. I've got you. I'll take care of you,
You can leave in a
Councilor.
minute.
All right, so suspension's been approved, 11-0. You want a motion to approve?
A motion to approve, yes.
Motion's made and seconded to approve the special permit. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, I'll ask the clerk to please read the conditions.
City Council, pursuant to its authority under Mass General Law, Chapter 40A, and the City of Marlborough zoning ordinance, grants to the applicant a special permit for construction of the use a wireless communication facility on the existing rooftop, subject to the following conditions, which conditions shall be binding on the applicant, its successors, and/or assigns. 1, construction in accordance with applicable laws. Construction of all structures on the site is to be in accordance with all applicable building codes and zoning regulations in effect in the City of Marlborough and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and shall be built according to the plans as may be amended during site plan review. 2, site plan review. The issuance of this special permit is further subject to detailed site plan review by the Site Plan Review Committee in accordance with the City of Marlborough Site Plan Review Ordinance. Prior to the issuance of the building permit, any additional changes, alterations, modifications, or amendments as required during the process of site plan review shall be further conditions attached to the building permit. Subsequent site plan review shall be consistent with the conditions of the special permit and the plan submitted, reviewed, and approved by the City Council as the special permit granting authority. 3, incorporation of submissions. All plans, photo renderings, site evaluations, briefs, and other documentation modification provided by the applicant as part of the application and as amended or revised during the application hearing process before the City Council and/or the City Council's Public Services Committee are herein incorporated into and become part of this special permit and become conditions and requirements of the same, unless otherwise altered by the City Council. 4, compliance with applicable laws. The applicant and successors and/or assigns agrees to comply with all municipal, state, and federal rules, regulations, and ordinances as they may apply to the construction, maintenance, and operation of the use. 5, all work performed on the site shall comply with this decision, nor the building or construction or activity, including but not limited to any other communication device, WCF, tower, etc., shall occur without further modifications of the special permit. This condition shall be interpreted consistent with the federal laws governing WCFs. 6, the applicant shall comply with all applicable conditions for WCFs as set forth in Section 650-25F, each of which shall constitute conditions of this special permit, And 7, in accordance with the provisions of Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 48, Section 11, the applicant and successors and/or assigns at its expense shall record this special permit in the Middlesex South Registry of Deeds after the city clerk has certified that the 20-day period for appealing this special permit has elapsed with no appeal having been filed, and before the applicant has applied to the building commissioner for a building permit. Upon recording, the applicant shall forthwith provide a copy of the recorded special permit to the City Council office, the building department, and the city solicitor's office.
Councilors, you've heard the conditions. Is there any final discussion? Hearing none, this is a special permit, so it's a roll call vote. I will ask the clerk to please call the roll.
Councilor Naven.
Yes.
Councilor Fucillo.
Yes.
Councilor Preciado.
Yes.
Councilor Landers.
Yes.
Councilor Irish.
Yes.
Councilor Brown.
Yes.
Councilor Vital.
Yes.
Councilor Roby.
Yes.
Councilor Doucette.
Yes.
Councilor Orem.
Yes.
And Councilor Ossing.
Yes.
11 yeas, sir.
The special permit for the Dish Wireless facility at 450 Boston Post Road East is approved by a vote of 11 in favor, none opposed. You're up again, Councilor
Well,
Landers.
thank you. I'm really working hard tonight. The second order we took up that night is the order number 24-1009-195, special permit, Dish to install 3 wireless antennas related to the equipment on the rooftop at 157 Union Street, which is the Marlborough Hospital. On the motion by Councilor Fucillo, and second by the Chair, the committee recommended approval of the special permit, and the draft decision is amended 3-0. Again, Mr. President, I would like a suspension that we could vote on this tonight.
Councilor Roby.
Thank you, Mr. President. Please note I'm recusing myself.
Please let the record reflect that Councilor Roby will not be participating in this item. There's been a motion to suspend the rules for this particular item. All those in favor of the suspension? Opposed? Suspension carries 10-0. Councilor Landers.
Okay, Mr. President, in a minute I'll give a motion to approve. I just want to mention that you people read it because it was in the minutes, but for the public out there, Sprint is no longer in business, and basically, Dish has taken over that part of the antennas, and they will basically both at 157 Union and 450 Boston Post Road. That we're using the site, top of the roof, and I think their equipment is a little different frequency. So it's kind of interesting what's happening out there in the world of 20 years ago was a big thing, or 10 years ago was a big thing when we talked about dishes and cell towers particularly, Okay, so I got off on a tangent there, so let's see, we voted to vote tonight, and we're ready to make a motion, make a motion to approve.
Motion is made and seconded to approve the special permit. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, this is a special permit. I will ask the clerk to please read the conditions.
The City Council, pursuant to its authority under Mass General Law, Chapter 48, and the City of Marlborough zoning ordinance, grants to the applicant a special permit for construction of the use of wireless communications facility on the existing rooftop, subject to the following conditions, which conditions shall be binding on the applicant, its successors, and/or signs. 1, construction in accordance with applicable laws. Construction of all structures on the site is to be in accordance with all applicable building codes and zoning regulations in effect in the City of Marlborough and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, and shall be built according to the plans as may be amended during site plan review. 2, site plan review. The issuance of this special permit is further subject to detailed site plan review by the Site Plan Review Committee in accordance with the City of Marlborough Site Plan Review Ordinance prior to the issuance of the building permit. Any additional changes, alterations, modifications, or amendments as required during the process of site plan review shall be further conditions attached to the building permit. Subsequent site plan review shall be consistent with with the conditions of this special permit and the plan submitted, reviewed, and approved by the City Council as a special permit granting authority. 3, incorporation of submissions. All plans, photo renderings, site evaluations, briefs, and other documentation provided by the applicant as part of the application and as amended or revised during the application hearing process before the City Council and/or the City Council's Public Services Committee are herein incorporated into and become a part of this special permit and become conditions and requirements of the same unless otherwise altered by the City Council. 4, compliance with applicable laws. The applicant, its successors, and/or assigns agrees to comply with all municipal, state, and federal rules, regulations, and ordinances as they may apply to the construction, maintenance, and operation of the use. 5, all work performed on the site shall comply with this decision. No other building or construction or activity, including but not limited to any other communication device, WCF, tower, etc., shall occur without further modification of this special permit. This condition shall be interpreted consistent with the federal law governing WCFs. 6, the applicant shall comply with all applicable conditions for WCFs on private property as set forth in Section 650-25F, each of which shall constitute conditions of this special permit. And 7, in accordance with the provisions of Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40A, Section 11, the applicant and successors and/or assigns, at its expense, shall record this special permit in the Middlesex South Registry of Deeds after the city clerk has certified the 20-day period for appealing this special permit has elapsed with no appeal having been filed, and before the applicant has applied to the building commissioner for a building permit. Upon recording, the applicant shall forthwith provide a copy of the recorded special permit to the City Council office, the building department, and the city solicitor's office.
Okay, you heard the conditions. Any further comments on the conditions of the special permit? Seeing none, I will ask the clerk to vote, to call the roll. A yea vote is to approve the special permit.
Councilor Doucette?
Yes.
Councilor Ossing?
Yes.
Councilor Preciado?
Yes.
Councilor Fucillo?
Yes.
Councilor Roby is abstaining. Councilor Navin?
Yes.
Councilor Landers?
Yes.
Councilor Brown?
Yes.
Councilor Vital?
Yes.
Councilor Oram?
Yes.
Councilor Irish?
Yes.
10 yeas, sir.
The motion to approve the special permit for the Dish Wireless facility at 157 Union Street is approved with a vote of 10 in favor, none opposed, 1 abstained. Are there any other reports of committees? Hearing none. Agenda item number 11.
Order number 24-100-9204C, that the sum of $1 million be and is hereby appropriated for the construction, reconstruction, and/or improvement of municipal pools, splash pads, and recreational facilities. Recommendation of the Finance Committee was to approve at the July 22nd, 2024 City Council meeting. This matter was postponed to the September 9th, 2024 City Council meeting. The bond has been properly advertised.
Councilor Preciado.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to make a motion to send this over to Finance.
Motion's made and seconded to refer this item back to the Finance Committee. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor, opposed, this item's going back to Finance with a vote of 11-0. Councilor Navin.
Thank you, Mr. President. Motion to adjourn.
Motion made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor, opposed, we are adjourned at 8:17.